Hey, before you do anything, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you rockin' with Young Dolph, let me know where y'all from and who you rockin' with. Let's go. Hey, welcome back to the channel, man. So the federales got Blac Youngsta. His own people told on him. They knew that the one guy that was gonna lead the whole feds to Blac Youngsta was Sean Dale, because that's his best friend. He knows about how straight drop when they was on the run right after the Dolph incident happened. Sean Dale was the guy that drove him to Texas. And then they drove to Indiana and got caught up by the marshals, man. When the FBI looked into all of them, they was able to track them down, man. This was a serious thing. So when they stopped them, he told on Cornelius in straight drop. Whole time he was trying to hide out Blac Youngsta, make sure nobody knew how Blac Youngsta was in this situation, what he had as involvement, until they came to give Sean Dale. When they came back around and realized they should have never let Sean Dale go, that he was actually in on it the whole time, that's when they knew that he definitely has got to know where Blac Youngsta is if he was also involved in this whole thing. Don't forget, man, he's the getaway driver, and he was driving allegedly Blac Youngsta car, because they found out that that car is not the same one that got snatched up in Covington. It's a whole different type of the car. This was a two-door and it was white. The one in Covington, they couldn't even find that matching VIN number, so they know for a fact that the same car that Blac Youngsta's girlfriend was driving is the one that's the getaway car. So they know that all of them, they've been calling each other, they've been texting each other and everything. So they got Sean Dale. Once they got Sean Dale's phone and they subpoenaed everything from it, that's when they were able to figure out where Blac Youngsta was. They made one call to him and pinged him all the way down in Mexico and Cancun. So that's when they had to get the federales on him, man. You can't dodge anything like that, because the feds got a 99.9% chance. They got bread. So if they want to call the federales and actually try to figure out where somebody is, they could do that. They got the connects like that, and that's what makes it to where they about to actually catch on to what's really going on, because a lot of people thought, like Yo Gotti, he thought that he could go hide out in Bali. He thought he could do the music videos from that private island with Angela Simmons, and didn't think that the feds could come all the way out there. But the feds, they got a way to get out. They got boats too. They got cars too. So they could get to wherever the people are, man. And at the end of the day, their loyalty ran out, man, because all the people that they thought was going to cover their back and have their backs ended up turning against them. Because at the end of the day, they know that what happened to Young Dolph was wrong. Everybody, they regretting it now. They regret ever messing with Young Dolph. They regret having problems, beef, or ever trying to set him up, man. Because a lot of people know, especially the ones out there in the streets of Memphis who really close to the situation, they know what happened, man. They know about how a lot of people turned their back on Young Dolph in his last moments that he was still here, man. He was trying to call people. He was trying to get a hold of Snoop Bands and Big Moochie Grape to come and help him, because at that time they were trying to snatch up Dolph, take him here, take him there. They know for a fact that whatever happened in that parking lot right after he did that interview, when they was about to go to that community center, that's where it all went down, man. That's where everything went down, because they had been following Dolph the whole entire time. They followed Dolph at the gas station. They got the pictures of him. If you look the way that Dolph was parked in that space, he had the pump right here. It's 3-4 other cars, a car right here and a car right there and another car right there. All these people is watching Dolph, and he pulled in this way. Dolph start walking towards where he parked his car at. He started walking towards it, and he looked to the left and looked to the right, and he noticed that the person in the truck next to him, that big SUV, they was recording the whole time. They had the camera and the phone out like this, straight up to Young Dolph. That's why he looked that way, and you see him. That's when he had the yellow shirt on. He had the yellow shirt on, and they took the picture exactly when he was looking over. He had the hat. You see he still had the chain on and the watches. That watch ended up being missing. It wasn't in the inventory report. They never talked about the money Dolph had in his wallet, the type of shoes he had, the jewelry that he had, because he had rings, he had watches, bracelets, and the chain on. And so the thing is that somebody said that one of the watches got taken, that Cartier watch. They said that they seen a firefighter moving it, or one of the paramedic dudes moving it. But at the end of the day, y'all gotta realize that all of this karma is gonna come back with this Dolph situation, because they know for a fact that they got so many people who's lined up willing to tell on whatever that happened, man. And at the end of the day, they know for a fact that they got the people for it, and it's just they got them lined up so that they could snitch on the big guys, because that way they do it is they're gonna round up all the palm pieces. They're gonna round up all the little guys, the ones that got paid the littlest amount, the guys that drove, the guys that sent the messages that cleared the way, the two dudes standing on the corner of the block with the walkie-talkie telling them when the Bentley truck was supposed to turn the corner after he seen the two dudes hop out that white car that pulled up, that two-door. So they got all the little guys from this because they trying to build this whole big thing into catching Blac Youngsta, Moneybagg Yo, Gotti, Big Jook, anybody that was involved, not excluding or limited to that, because they putting two and two together. They heard what Straight Drop's brother said, man. Jamarcus Johnson, Straight Drop's brother, he's the one that's gonna tell on the whole entire CMG. That's the person that I've been talking about this whole entire time. When I said the informants did this, he's the informant. Jamarcus Johnson is the informant. Newsflash, breaking news. If you didn't know that, now you know. And so the thing is that he told on his brother. He gonna probably end up telling on Blac Youngsta and Yogotti and Big Jook. And he's the one that was telling on Govan, because once they got Govan for this, and Govan came in and took the 90K plea, he told on Jamarcus Johnson, he said, yeah, Straight Drop brother is the one who told Straight Drop to do it. He's the one that was facilitating the thing. So they go to Straight Drop brother, and now he's the one that got paid the bread to go and give out to them. That $40,000 that came from Big Jook, that $100,000 that was put on Yo Gotti's head, Straight Drop's brother was the one that was responsible for paying that all out. So once they get him to break and say where he got the money from, because we know for a fact that Straight Drop brother is not a rapper. He does not own no record label. He's not the type of person that's capable of actually getting all this money on his own. That money that they did, that's over 90,000 for Govan, 40,000 on Growth Hero head, 100,000 on Dolph head. That's over $200,000, man, $230,000. And so they know for a fact that Straight Drop brother Jamarcus Johnson had to have gotten that money from somewhere. And that's why they brought him in for the interrogation. That's why they got him up on the witness stand right now. And he's testifying about how CMG might have gave him the bread, how Yo Gotti could have been involved in this, and how the whole entire thing is going to end up in a whole Rico because of the fact that everything is connected. He's the brother of the guy that did it, and they was paying him for hush money to keep quiet, but he couldn't keep quiet because the feds went to him and they said, you're going to get 200 years if you don't fess up and tell what happened and cooperate with this whole entire thing. So they scared the dude into ratting out and telling on everybody. And at the end of the day, we knew he was going to do that. We knew this was going to happen. We knew that all the people involved were going to tell on each other, were going to snitch, because people can't keep word these days. People can't keep words to themselves. People don't keep secrets no more in 2023. Everybody's so thirsty to go and brag and flex and showboat and try to, act like they better than the next, or they know more than the next person. And so this is the reason why they all got caught up, because they was bragging, they was dissing Dolph, and they got ran up on. The feds found out what was going on, and basically once they got that first dude, he told on everybody else. And this is the reason why they used the people that was ended up gonna tell on him anyways, man. This is why nobody should go down this path. Don't ever get tricked into the street life. Don't get tricked by people with money into going and doing hits for them and their ops and everything like that. It's all made up, man. Nobody benefits and is destroying the community. And that's why we all got to come together and rebuild from this situation on. We got to rebuild from Young Dolph, man. We got to take this thing into our own hands and take care of our communities, because clearly we ain't getting no help. It's taking forever to get the justice for Dolph. All these people still moving around in the streets. Who knows what they got planned next, and who knows what's going on, man. All these people keep dropping. It's a war in Memphis, and everything needs to stop. And this is the reason why people need to realize and open their eyes and understand that this whole thing is an eye-opener and a wake-up call for everybody to realize what Young Dolph was doing for the community and how we could continue to keep that thing going. Because the other side, they trying to stop, and they try to put a stop to all of that stuff. And we got to keep it going, because if we don't keep this thing going about raising our people up right, making sure the community knows how to treat each other right, then we ain't never gonna win. We gonna be stuck in this position. We trying to get out and get this generational wealth, man, and we got to bring the whole community with us. So at the end of the day, y'all got to stay tuned for the updates on the Young Dolph situation. Go ahead and put your condolences to Young Dolph in the comment section. Put the dolphin emojis, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man.